What if I tell you that your problem is not anxiety, not overthinking, not fear? The real problem is the way your nervous system has learned to respond. Hello, my dear ones. I'm Dr. Kashika Jain. I'm a clinical psychologist. In this video, I will give you an acronym reset to reset your mind. Without further delay, I want you to download my mobile app. Just type my name. You will find my mobile app downloaded. Do breath work and meditation to regulate your nervous system faster. So now, for the today's topic, I will give you one simple word: reset. If you understand and apply this correctly, you can interrupt anxiety loop, OCD cycles, emotional triggers, and self-doubt patterns. My dear ones, this is not motivation. This is neuropsychology. So now, let's break it down. R stands for regulate the body. Before you try to fix thoughts, regulate physiology. When you are anxious, your amygdala activates a threat response. Heart rate increases, breathing becomes shallow, cortisol rises. In this state, logical thinking weakens because the prefrontal cortex becomes less active. You cannot solve fear while your body believes it is under attack. So, regulation comes first. You need to apply this practical method. Inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6 to 8 seconds. Longer exhalation activates the vagus nerve and parasympathetic system. And also, you can ground yourself. Identify 5 things you see, 4 you feel, 3 you hear. This brings attention from imagination to present sensory reality. Slow, deliberate walking while focusing on foot pressure. This integrates bilateral stimulation similar to mechanism used in trauma therapy. So my dear ones, regulation does not eliminate anxiety, it lowers arousal enough to think clearly. Now, E stands for examine the story. Anxiety is not only sensation, it is interpretation. Your brain constantly predicts. In OCD, this prediction system becomes overactive and threat biased. The story might be, what if I hurt someone? What if I made a mistake? What if I do not love my partner enough? You simply need to pause and separate facts from interpretation. You need to ask yourself, what is observable reality? Ask yourself, what is assumption? And also ask yourself, what is catastrophic prediction? This is cognitive diffusion method. So instead of this is true, shift to my mind is generating a threat story. Neuroscience shows that labeling thoughts reduces emotional reactivity by engaging prefrontal circuits. You're not fighting the thoughts, you are stepping back from it. Now, S stands for shift the response, not the emotion. Most people try to remove anxiety, that becomes a compulsion. Instead, change behavior. If fear says avoid, take a small step towards the feared situation. If OCD says check again, delay checking. If shame says withdraw, engage in one aligned action. Exposure therapy research consistently shows that new learning happens when you remain in contact with fear without performing the safety behaviors. So, my dear ones, the goal is not calmness, the goal is new learning. When you change the response, the brain updates its prediction error. Over time, the fear circuit weakens. Now, E stands for engage support wisely. Support is powerful, but only when used correctly. There is a difference between perspective and reassurance. Reassurance temporarily reduces anxiety but strengthens doubt. Perspective encourages independent processing. Choose therapy approaches grounded in evidence, like exposure and response prevention for OCD, acceptance and commitment therapy for psychological flexibility, trauma focused therapies for unresolved memory activation. And also use structured accountability, not someone who repeatedly tells you you are fine, but someone who encourages you to tolerate uncertainty. Support should build resilience, not dependency. Because if you keep seeking reassurance, you become dependent on the other person. And in the long run, that dependency is not good. Now, the T stands for tolerate discomfort. This is the most difficult and most transformative step. Healing requires learning that discomfort is not danger. When you sit with anxiety without neutralizing it, the nervous system habituates. The amygdala reduces activation over repeated non threatening exposures. This is inhibitory learning. Discomfort peaks and falls like a wave. If you interrupt the wave with compulsion or avoidance, your brain never learns safety. Tolerating discomfort builds emotional muscles just like physical training. Adaptation happens under manageable stress. So, my dear ones, reset is not about eliminating emotions, it is about retraining your response system. Regulate your body so you can think, examine the story so you are not fused with it, shift your behavior so new learning occurs, engage support that builds independence, tolerate discomfort so resilience forms. So, my dear ones, this is how neural pathways change through repetition, not by intensity. If you apply reset daily, even in small triggers, you begin to notice something powerful. Anxiety may still visit, but it no longer controls your behavior. That is healing. Not the absence of fear, but the presence of agency. So, if this framework helped you, apply one letter today, not all five. Start with one. Repetition creates rewiring. So, my dear ones, please share this video with your dear ones and with the OCD sufferers, anxiety sufferers, whosoever need this video. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do so. It means a lot to me. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. And if you want me to make video on any of the topic like acceptance and commitment therapy or exposure therapy or CBT or DBT, NLP, hypnotherapy, do let me know in the comment section. I will see you soon. Take care.